These are 5 fruits that can get close to the price of a candy blossom, and these fruits can give you millions and billions of dollars just by planting them in your garden. Now, for the longest time, candy blossom has been the best fruit in the game, and General doesn't seem to have any intention of making a fruit that is better than candy blossom, but that doesn't mean there aren't any fruits that could come close to the price of a candy blossom. Now, before I tell you what fruits or plants they are, make sure to like, share, subscribe because we are so close to 20,000. So let's get on with the video. So the fruit that takes 5th place is actually a plant. I don't know why I keep saying fruit, and it is the purple dahlia over here. These fruits are single harvest fruits, and I will tell you the reason why I choose single harvest over multiple harvest later. But for now, let's just go to the sales stuff over here and show you the price of a single dahlia. This has pollinated and frozen mutation, 1,315,000. And if you calculate the price of 1.3 million and divide that by the multiplier of frozen and pollinate, it's around 73,000, which doesn't seem much unless you check the base price of a purple dahlia, and it is around 67,000. So this is like one of the smallest purple dahlias that you could find, and the biggest ones could go for billions, I think. So yeah, this deserves 5th place in my books, while the 4th best fruit in the game is the honeysuckle fruit or plant, I don't know. But this is also one of the smallest honeysuckles. You can get this fruit by completing the bear bee challenge, like the bear bee mission, and you gotta have to complete it till the last and give your purple dahlia for the last mission, and then you'll get the honeysuckle. These things sell for a lot. Let me just tell you the sale price of this. It's around 2,028,000, and if you divide the frozen mutation along with the pollinate mutation, we get around 112,000, and this can go very big. I just haven't tried it yet. I just have one, so I don't really want to try it, but this can get very big, and this deserves a place in 4th place. 3rd place is a fruit that you really can't get anymore, and it is the moon blossom. Now, technically, moon blossom is supposed to have like the same rarity as like the candy blossom, but this is a much inferior version. Let me just show you the price of this moon blossom, which is around 9 kilograms, and it has a lot of mutations. It only sells for 7.3 billion, which is pretty ass if you think about it. This is supposed to be like a candy blossom alternative, but this is pretty bad. This is a pretty bad fruit for the size, and it can't even get big because there's a limit to how big this thing can grow. So at best, this could sell for around 17 billion. The biggest I had was 17 billion, so I think the biggest you could get around would be like 20 billion. Not really that great. So yeah, this is 3rd place, but pretty bad. But 2nd place is much better, and it is the moon melon. The moon melons you see here in my alt account are pretty small compared to the biggest moon melons you could see. These are around mid-sized moon melons and could still sell for like hundreds of millions of bucks, but you don't really want moon melons of this size. The biggest one, well, over here is my friend's moon melon. It is so big that I could run across it for like 3 seconds or something. And this is only a gold moon melon, meaning that a rainbow moon melon would possibly go or fetch around hundreds of billions of dollars. With the new butterfly pet, I think this is possible, so this plant would be one of the biggest plant in the game, reaching almost 1st place, but it's just shy of 1st place. So yeah, 2nd place would be moon melon, but it is very close compared to the first one. Now I'm already guessing you guys know what is gonna be 1st place, and it is the sunflowers. Sunflower is this one over here. Used to get, I think it got nerfed and buffed and nerfed, and this one is like a 76 kilogram. Now I remember this gold sunflower being around 67 to 69 kg, but they suddenly increased the weight to make up for the price. This sold for 64 million even at 69 kg, so around 76 kg. They increased the size to make up for the price. This is like a mid-sized sunflower, so the biggest one could go for 100 billion, and especially rainbow on top of that. Yeah, sunflower is undoubtedly one of the best fruits that could come close to the candy blossom, but there are fruits that I didn't mention or that should be mentioned, but I just didn't choose that because I have some problems with those fruits. That being said, mushroom is the fruit that I'm talking about. This is like starter pack. This is like the best starter fruit if it is in stock, and usually sells for 1 billion plus. The problem is this fruit all depends on luck, and you really can't actually do the actual sprinkler method with this fruit. Like with moon melon, you could use the sprinkler method. You can just take the moon melons out and use the sprinkler method again and again. But with this fruit, it's a one-time harvest fruit, so not really that worth it. That's like the only fruit that I can think on top of my head that actually deserves an honorable mention, but it's not to the point that it needs to be on the list. Well, that is it for the video. These are the fruits that you need to get rich, and I know a lot of you people want candy blossom, but it's not possible anymore. If they do introduce candy blossom, they might nerf it and then introduce it back. But that is it for the video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.